Hello everybody, this is Sonya and welcome to my channel. I am in Australia. We must be nearly to the end of 2021. The day is cold, it is cold. We're supposed to be in the midst of the hottest time of the year here, but it's just not, it is cold. But anyway, now I've got to get back on and do a bit on this because I've been really involved in that other journal that I've started, but I'm going to do a episode of, at least one episode of this a week for you to watch this. Hopefully I can say that's going to be a Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Okay, now I've got some bits of thread because I use a lot of this pearl stuff. It is like a crochet thread, or you call it a pearl cotton too, you can get that. Plus I have this. Now this piece here is really thick, and I'm thinking now I want to put it on here, but it's too thick to sew, so I can couch it down. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm thinking, what would I couch it with? And then I thought, well, I'll do it with its own self. No, I can't because it's too thick to put through to a needle. It isn't, what will you say now, it's not really, because you can get it in the needle, but it's way too thick to sew through all these thickness of material, you know. But I'd like it on here because it's really pretty, isn't it, see? So I'm going to put it on there by stitching it on with another piece of thread. So I need a piece that I will like to go with it. Something to go with it. This is one box of cotton. See what we've got here. Some cottons in here. I have I do like those shiny ones. These are nice, aren't they? These shiny ones. They are, I don't know if they're marlet, they might be. Can't remember really what they were, but they're really pretty, aren't they? Look at that. Wow, that's really nice. I've got a blue one. This is colourful. There's a bit there. Where's the rest of that? Purple. Oh, that's good, isn't it? I do like that. Don't take them all out of the box, Sonia, because you won't want to you'll forget to put them back in there. Just take those two. I think I might put it down the green bit. This here, I'll be able to tell you what they are. What sort of stuff this is. Come out of there, please. It's Anchor. It is marlet, and it's made by Anchor. And I've had it for a really long time, so I can't say whether you can still get this or not. You probably could, though. It's probably out there somewhere. Okay. Now, I'll get a bit off here, because I can just use one strand of this if I wanted to, because it's not a particularly great thing to hand sew with. You need I'll just get one strand, and we'll just make that the piece that we use, right? Just one strand to hold it down. If you want more, you can. I don't know if it matters whether I'll need to have. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on a bead needle, because I put a bead on it. Make it more flashier. Okay, I'll show you what we're doing now. My mind's just ticking over like a tin of worms. Fair dinkum, I don't know where they got that saying from, but anyway, I've just got all these ideas. Been out there snoring away in the lounge room, but I must say, I got up at 6 o'clock this morning. I had a bit of a migraine, but that was because, well, it wasn't a migraine as much as it was a chocolate headache. I get a bad headache if I had too much chocolate. I don't know if I had too much yesterday, but maybe it was just caught up with me because I shouldn't be eating it like I did at Christmas time. You know how it is. You think, oh, well, it's only one time, but gee, it made me head hurt really bad. Either that or it's my neck, because sometimes if I sleep crooked I get a pain in my old head. Okay. Not going through there. Now we said we're going to have the, I did say I was going to put the needle thread affair there where I could find it, didn't I? Wonder why I didn't put it in there. Remember I was going to buy one every time I went up the street and hang it, hang it off things everywhere because I couldn't find them. That was my plan. Oh, here it is. Here's one. Here's one. Nobody panic. Very good. I've got so much work to do in this, tidying up this room and so forth. That's a bit bent, but it doesn't matter because they're very fine, and if you've been hanging on to them for a while, they tend to just bend in the heat of your hands. And you're doing something. So we're threading that through there, pulling it back through here. It took a little bit, but it's worked. Okay. Now I only want one knot in one piece of the thread. Sorry about that, I put my hand and finger in my mouth to lick it. I always do, even though it makes it thicker, and we've talked about that many, many times. I might put it down, yeah, let's put it down here, hey? Let's put it down here for a start, because look, it shows up so good on there, doesn't it? It shows up good on a lot of them, but I like the way it shows up on here. So we'll just do something that's just pretty basic, but we'll put beads on as we go, eh? What do you reckon? So couching means, and I've got it here because if I put it up here, right, I'd have to go through the fabric and it's too thick. If I do it here, I can put it into the seam then, those bits that's left up, like that, these outside pieces, and I don't have to push it through that bit, okay? You understand what I mean? If you push it down in there, because you've got to, and you don't have to do that here if you've got it going over there. You don't have to do that in this part. Now, I'm going to come up through the back, and sewing through all this with the bead needle is really, really nice and easy because it's very sharp. It goes through all these pieces. Now, I'm just come up one side of that blue thread and down the other. Doesn't look like I did it. I mean, I might have missed it, I think. I'll do that again. Come up one side. But you want to come up fair in nearly the same place and just go over your piece of string because you don't necessarily want these stitches to show, unless you do want them to show, of course. Well, you can see them, but not as visible if you're doing that. So now I can bring that up there, grab a bead or two. Would I like? I don't think I want a gold one. I do have a lot of nice colours in here. Something that you can see on the blue. You best hold this upside down so you can see in the bottom because you can't see through the top of it. Must be some of these missing out of here. With me, I wouldn't be putting them back. That'd be what I'd done wrong, I suppose. It's pretty. They're pretty. I might put these on here. What do you reckon? These look nice. Whoops. Just put a tiny few on the table. Right. So I've come up one side of the piece of thread and I can go put on a bead, right, and then I'm going to go down fair next to, over the thread, but fair next to where I've come out, okay? So it will unhook that bit. Okay, so now we had a vision that we were going to do that straight, but we're not going to. We're going to go. We can make it wiggly if we want to. Look, we can make it whichever way we like. So there's a bit. We'll just go up this way a bit because I can put a row of stitching there. So I've come up one side of the piece of blue cotton, catching a bead here. Righto. And go down behind there. Righto, so that's made a pretty thing, isn't it? Look, see? make them spaced evenly if I can. Doesn't really matter. I didn't want to get too close to the edge, and I look like I might be, so best get away from there, Sonya, with the beads, because I'd probably be sewing it by hand when I put this piece around the outside, but I don't want to get beads caught underneath there, do I? I wonder if we'll make some sort of a wiggly thingy here. Come up through the side of the piece of piece of string. Click up a bead and get it on the other side there. And you can sort of make it go whichever way you want to. Don't know whether it's taking away from the blue or not, having the... might take it more spread out than what I want it to be wiggly. Let me see how I go with that. If that makes any sort of sense. There you go. That's a bit better. That's what we're looking for, something like that. It's all in the mind somewhere, okay. Right, oh, further down here. I think that looks pretty. It does. Can you see what we're doing? It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Just all this sort of work is. All this slow stitching. Okay. Yes, very good. I do like that. Up the side, grab a bead, put it over the other side. But we need it to go off the edge here, so we'll just go across that way a bit. You know, you can write letters too with this. You know, if you want to put a number, you just put your shape and then go around it. No more beads, Sonya, because they'll get caught. Okay. End that off there. And I might put more of this somewhere on it, on the piece. But you see, for the cover. Oops. Loop that through there. I had to pop up the town yesterday to get some bits and pieces. And milk and stuff, you know. As we know, nobody wants any more Christmas food. And I had a bread roll. I had my bread roll. It felt like a bread roll instead of Christmas stuff. And so there we go. We got that. Look at that. That looks like that. There wasn't many people out, which was really good. Really good. Not many of the shops were open, so that was a good thing too, really. I suppose it kept the people home as well. Now, let's do a bit of a edge with... I like the orange on the green, but I think I'm going to put it on there because it looks okay there. What about the purple? No, it's too light with yellow. This is a bit thicker, this one. Getting it through there's an issue, so I'm not going to test that. I might put this through. This is only a few pieces I put out here on the table this morning, didn't I? Okay. So here I've got a piece of ribbon too that is going to go on here somewhere as well. But I'll just do a row of stitch first before I go any further. That's a bit big, that needle. I've got, look at this. How organised am I? In a very small space in the room, I've got a few drawers that I've sorted out, and I've got all my bits and pieces in. And these crewel needles are crewel between size 3 and 9 are the best. It cost me 20 cents. Are the best ones to use, but this was a second-hand place, of course, and where somebody had handed them in. They didn't want them anymore, obviously, and they've got a really good eye in them. Well, they should be really sharp. I might not have any feel in my fingers this morning. That's not good. Anyway, so that's there. I've got that under there. I've got an array of things that I will, I'll need. There's a bottle of little needles, me eraser, me rubber, me thimble, which I never use, the things for putting the backs on the flowers, plenty of thread, and I did buy this not long ago because I wanted this for working on calico. It's the same sort of colour as the calico. It's really cool, isn't it? I use a lot of grey, and that one there, I use a lot of them colours, and I put a little bit of elastic in there too, and some flowers because there was enough room so I can find all that stuff in that drawer there. Then I've got 2 drawers above there, and we'll get to look in them one day when I figure out what, I've got some stuff in one of them, but... So now I'm going to put this on. Now we've made these before. I made this probably about 5 years ago. I think I did something like this. And it's a long time, isn't it? But it's okay. I haven't even sorted out what the stuff I brought in from the other room yet. I'm just having a bit of a break, What's that, an aeroplane? Yeah, it is too. Isn't that weird? I haven't heard aeroplanes for so long. Or a jet or something. You used to hear them and see, because there wasn't any going about, was there? Okay, that was an aeroplane. That was a strange thing. I haven't heard one for so long. Okay, so we're just going to do a bit of a blanket stitch. A bit of blanket stitch. So you want to come up through the back there. I might be a little bit over, but that's okay, so we need space for that. I'm going to make them a bit long, this one a bit longer. Actually, I'll go down here close by because I want to finish it so it comes up there next to itself. That's not how we do this, but that's just for that beginning, okay. Might do a little one of those a bit further on. Let me see what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sew along here and see what happens, eh? I just want a small one because we can turn this into a little garden or something. I have to fix this. Right. Keep them going on the same height. Gee. There's a lot of thicknesses. We've got a lot of thicknesses. See there, they come up this part. Here, make sure your cotton's underneath it all the time. And along like that. Okay. A high one. It's only a small piece, not going to take that long to fill up. Get a bit of that fluff off there. Okay. You won't give me alone, get away. So I've done a very short video of my cat, and I'll put it up today after this, okay? Only small one, because and he's just lying there. He's just I had to talk to him, but he wasn't going to do anything, so sorry about that. Some people said they'd like to see the pussycat, so I'm going to put a video up of him laying there. He said he knows I'm talking to him. Will you be able to tell that anyway? Because I'm M, but I think my husband was washing up in the background. I didn't realise, and it was as loud as what it was. And then he probably didn't realise I was doing a video, but anyway, it's okay. You can see that the cat's not actually doing anything. He's sitting there. His name's Minky, and I do sometimes call him Minky Moo. I don't know why, but we do sometimes change the name of our animals, don't we? Call them something a bit more. And you can tell by the way that he's looking at me what he thinks about things. He's a pretty good bloke, though. Rather have him than a dog inside any day, I think. I know people have got their dogs inside, and that's fine, but I'm not very patient with having to be taking them outside and I can't take them for walks and things like that. The poor old pussycat, he has to look after himself pretty much, doesn't he? He doesn't want to go out for a walk. Well, he might do, but he's not. You know, it's just not happening. Excuse me, I'm just getting myself a drink. That'll be water. Yeah. Okay. Now, I can make a little garden across the top of there. There's another piece I've got. Might do some French knots, eh? What do you reckon? Across the top of them. French knots in a yellow colour would be good because you want yellow for the flowers. So let's get another piece, see if we can get a piece of yellow thread out of here. I've got this here, nice shiny one. I don't think this is a mullet. I think it's a different sort of one. It looks a bit like them, but it isn't. It's got a little edge. It's got a ridge in it. You're not going to be able to see that very good. Well, there's not going to be much difference between that and the stem. Right. I wasn't thinking how far I was going to go with that then, was I? So let's put something lighter maybe on there, sort of. Lighter. Maybe that. That's pretty. I like that one. I'll have a bit of that one, eh? I'll just have a bit of a look in here. Is where where I had that bit sitting. Let's see if I've got something of colour I really would rather use. I'm keeping this piece of work in this box with this stuff. Okay, so that's what the idea of this was. Why I've got stuff everywhere. My cotton and so forth. So here's another yellow one, but it's not going to be very bright. Now you need something that's going to be showing up. What about that's nice? Not much there, but it is a good colour. Okay, there's that. Oh. And another thing, I've got I just reminded myself that I've got all that Chanel somewhere. And I was going to show you how to put that into something, but if you ladies know about craft rooms, how messy they can get. This is what I'm going to use. Now, to make a French knot, you want a nice long needle. You want a thick needle because you're going to have to take all that thickness through there. This is good and thick. This is going to turn out all different colours because it's a variegated one. I don't think that's going to go through this hole. Yes, it did. Well, there you go. See, you never know what might happen, do you? Put a knot in. Now, I'm going to put it up the top here, right? So you're going to come through and you're just going to go wrap 2, 3, go back down near where you come out, not where you come out. Hang on to this. Make sure you got hold of that. Not pull it too tight though, because that won't go back through really good if you do. So there you go. You got a blue one. Now I'm going to come down here, this one, wait a minute, if your cotton comes up short, you know you've got it stuck somewhere. Okay, so you want 1, 2, 3 wraps, and if you want to try to make these and you haven't done them before, how about you do it with a nice piece of thick cotton like I'm doing, because it'll work better for you, I reckon, to start with when you're only learning. Okay, come up the back, get hold of that like so. 1, 2, 3. Don't pull it too tight, just be very lenient, just so it stays all curled up there, and just go down like so. Righto? Now there's a big ridge under there, isn't there, where all that folding over was done. Nothing I can do about that now, but the next time I'm not going to, if I do a velvet one, I won't be doing it by folding over my edges like I did. I got to here and I stopped doing it, didn't I, remember? Because it makes it really thick. But I suppose it's got, excuse me, a little bit of a texture. I suppose that's what happens, I guess. Short. 2, 3. Push it down through there. Don't go back through the same hole, because if you do, it'll come undone. Okay? Right. 2, 3. Push that back down in through there. Pull. If you can't pull it through, you're obviously hanging on to it too tight, okay? 1, 2, 3. They're not hard to make. It takes, honestly, it did take me a little while when I was learning how to do them. It did take me a while to get the hang of it, but we did eventually get the hang of it, see? Now I might come back here and make a leaf on each one of these, maybe. Where will I put the leaf? We'll just put one and see what happens, eh? Come up through really close to your stem. Come on. There you go. See, I'm up near that stem there. I don't think I'm close enough, because it's not going to look like it's caught on it. Oh yeah, it might do. Might pass. We'll push it down there and see what happens. There you go. Now come back up this side. And down. Oh dear. Got it. Very thick. It's very thick. That's not too bad, is it? It looks like flour. Sort of. And I'm only making small stitches, and I should have probably made them a little bit longer, because whatever you put on the velvet, it goes down into the nap of the velvet a bit, you know, the fibres, it goes down into the fibres, and it, you know, doesn't actually disappear, but you can't see it as long as what you thought it was going to be. See that? Look. If I show you, look, you come up in here, and if you're going to go down in there, you think you've got a big stitch, don't you? Because there's all that length. When you pull it, push it down, ouch, through your finger, look, it's hardly even there. Isn't it a shame that one's too long? It doesn't matter. He can be different from the others, can't he? So you think you're doing a big stitch here, but you're not really, because it's going to go down into the... Okie dokie. Well, I do like this. I do like them liking this. Yeah. Try and do it on a bit more of an angle, Sonya. You've started doing it. Okay. Some of these is a bit hard to push through because it's thick. I hope I'm going to have enough thread. I might have to get some more. There. Oh, I don't know if you've heard that, but that was my neck cracked. Oh my goodness, that was... Oh, gee, that felt bad. Oh dear, perhaps better get that looked at, hadn't I? I suppose that's why my head's hurting. Something's out of whack. Actually, my head's not hurting now. It was this morning when I woke up. It's because I had chocolate yesterday, but actually I didn't have as much as I like that piece of chocolate occasionally. So, look, my little garden. There you go. With not too much effort whatsoever, you know. I'll just sneak that along through the back. It should stay there. It shouldn't go anywhere. Be still there in years to come, I hope. So that's that too. Now, let me see. I'm going to put a bit of this down here. In something like the same sort of manner as what I did this. Well, not really, but that made sense, didn't it? Sorry about this. Am I not in the shot again? What's going on with that? I'm not out far. Okay. I suppose I could put that through there. It's sort of going to tone in with that there a bit. Now, this is going to have something on its end because it's, well, that end there, righto. Unless, of course, I put it up there and I put something over this bit. Now, I tried to use this thing the other day on something and it just wouldn't work for me, so maybe I could put that there. It's not big enough, I don't think. It's not quite big enough. A flower or something. No, they're things that I've already made, so that's not going to help me, is it? Okay. I've got a bit of this stuff here. I could put something like that there. The last piece of this I put on here, I took it off flat out, didn't I? Because I didn't like it. But this is different. This is different. It's like, see, it's a flower. It's a flower. That's the wrong way around. If I put that there, and this goes over the top of that, it covers up that piece. Right. Do you think? Just try something else. I have a nice little heart. No, I think I'd rather go with this bit. I think I'd rather do that bit. Okay. Now, I want something to put over the top of this when I put it down. And I've got sequence, haven't I? But I'm thinking I'll just look in here. There's bits in here, so I have a nest with bits. Come on, off there you. Righto. Bits and pieces I picked up off the table or whatever, and I didn't have anywhere else for it to go at the time being, so I'm just looking at that. It's not what we're looking for really, is it? How about those? No, I don't think so. I was thinking about some little buttons. I do have some over there in that other box. And that's a really good thing that I actually know where it is. These are nice. I'll stick one of them on there. I think I just like the look of that. I'll just get one of these. Now that's got to go back up in there. I'll just get one of these, this box here with these buttons in it. Underneath me cotton. Come here. Right. Which way does it open? This way. You'd think I'd get to and use this stuff, wouldn't you? Lift up a bit. I will eventually. I'm planning on getting rid of it, using up a bit. I'll take a few of these out because I'll use a few of those on it. And then I've got these buttons here. They're only small. If I can get the jar out, I'll be right. Come on. And here's another small one, so I can get it out as well. They're not that little though, but they're good. They're good, I'll try those. Right, whoops, sorry. Smacked you with the lid. Okay. Gee, this is hard to close. Got him. I got him. Right. Now, I wanted these because I'm going to put some of those on. This is a good little sequin. They are. There's like a little flower one. I like that. Now I've got these little blokes here that I want to put across this. Okay. And you can sort of make a loopy bit if you like, or something. Give it a bit of interest. Let's put it on first without anything else. Let's just put it on with some thread and not worry about the button just yet. Righto. Okay. Okay, come on, Sonya, fiddle about there. Okay, now, since I'm going to put that thing there somewhere on the corner to cover that over. Actually, I don't have to do that because that corner can be stitched because it's turned over, so I can stitch that. After all that, I'll just put something on the end of this. Might be that flower there. Or that one. I do like to have a lot of bling on what I do, as you well know. I'm just going to squish that ribbon up. And I might put the button on now that I know what I'm doing. What do you reckon? You think I know what I'm doing? I think I know what I'm doing. So I've just sort of turned that over and laid it back. A little button. A little button. Ah, dear. Ah, dear, I'm silly, aren't I? I'm sorry. I have to laugh, otherwise I'm going to cry. Ah, dear. I don't believe I did this. I do believe it. I did it. I've seen myself. Sorry, everybody. Oh, dear. Okay. Come on, you little dears. Get back in this thing. Right. Actually, I've got a really nice little florally pink one there that looks pretty, doesn't it? And there's a florally flower shaped words I'm looking for. Some of these are really high, and that's pretty good. That's okay. I don't mind. They look good. There's a blue one. Do I want them all the same colour, or do I want to? I'm interested in having different. Okay. I'll have to pick these up, I'm sorry, because if I don't do this now, I'm just as likely just to push it away and not do them at all, and that's not good. I'm not going to do that, though. My New Year's going to be tidy. I'm hoping my New Year will be tidy. It'll be my desired thing to do. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be able to do it. It'll be the thing that I desire to do. It'll be keep my room tidy. Or sort out my stuff so I can have less stuff and more workspace and more places to find things, and you know what I mean, don't you? Yep, everybody does when they got craft rooms. So that'll be my thing that I need to do this year, or next year I should say. It's not here yet. Okay, so now I'm going to put a nice pink button on. I'll go up in one side. I'll move these over here a bit. I hope I'm in the shot here, what I'm after. You know what, I should have put the lid on that, shouldn't I? Somebody say that, did they? Yeah, they probably did. So they put the lid on that, Sonya, so you don't have to do that again. Whoops. It's on. It's okay. I put the lid on before I dropped it. Okay, so I'm going to go back down in through there and fasten that on like so. Then I'll come up down here a bit further, make another twist or kink or pleat or something, in it and fasten it on. I might put this little purple on. No, I'll go with the blue. I need more. Not going to have enough. Okay, just put the blue one on then. Here, a bit of string or something fastened into that. Righto. You can do this with a bead too, you know, like I did sort up there. But the ribbon I think looks really good because there's a lot. It's a lot. Just get a bit and pinch a piece in between your fingers and lay it down like that, and then come up through as many pieces of it as you can. Right. And you've got 2 bits of thread there, so you don't need 2, you only need 1. Come through there, go back through there, and go back down in here. Alright, now this bit can come down here. We've got to find another button, or 2. We might need 2. Might need 2. I know I had a few more flowery ones. There's a pink one, a white one there I've seen. There's a white one. Or the purple. Where's the purple one? Did he come out? Yeah, I don't think he's too dark, is he? Yeah. Must be somewhere. There's a black one. We can't use him. He's too dark. How many have I got? 2 more. That should be enough. Whoops, move that one out of there. Righto, let's put the white one on and then the purple one. Oh no, we'll do the purple one first. Yes, it is a purple colour, isn't it? Right. Oh, there's a red one. He must have been laying on the fabric and I didn't see him there. Okay, and one more. Fasten that down there and make it go out the side. Here he is. Right, now I'm going to cut this off out in the seam so you won't have to worry about it being, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to fasten each one of these buttons down again, just, you know, to make sure it's really secure. Well, they are, but I'm a bit, I like to make sure that they are, you know. Don't want anything waving round, you know. You don't want I suppose I could have did it when I was like going along, but it was easier to get it done and then fix it, you know, look, make it a bit neater, sort of thing. Righto. Now, I think that might be enough for today. I'll definitely be back next week. Wednesday I'm going to try and put these up, okay. Wednesday you can watch a bit of crazy patchwork. And then I'll just go to the back and end that off. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Seems to be not as wide at this end, maybe because I've done a lot of stitching and it might have brought it in a bit, I don't know. And a couple of stitches there. Now, move this over for a minute. I see what my issue is with this, unless I might have to put another piece on there, do I? Excuse me, where's the ruler? Well, that's not handy, can't see that thing. I have a tape measure in here. I did have. I'll put that in crook, it won't work. Come here. So that's part there is missing a bit, look. So I'm going to put a piece of fabric behind that. I'll just give you a quick look at how I'm going to go about that. If I've got a piece here handy, I should have. I picked them up and stuffed them in the cupboard, but I'm sure I can grab a bit out somewhere. Just going to cut a piece out of this. Scissors that cut would be handy. So if this happens to you, right, you can fix it. Of course you can. I don't know how it happened. I was just probably not paying enough attention. I've really chopped this up bad, haven't I? Here's my scissors here. Need something. And what I will do is put that behind there like that. And then I'm going to stitch that on, and hopefully that will work. Right, we'll just throw a few stitches in there to keep it, because that part there is going to be mostly in the side bit, but I will still do a bit of, move that over there a bit, so it's in the side part. Come on, you come over here, shouldn't be in the side bit, there we go, look. And then we can put this on here, and it's going to be just perfectly fine. I just got a little bit out of control there and didn't get the right width on it. There you go. I know I've got a great big piece behind there, but I can cut. I'm going to cut that back when I get to that. Anyway, so we'll do that. Okay. And that makes me feel better that it doesn't look like it's just wrong, eh? Crazy patchwork. That's probably why it's called that, hey? And this bit here, look at that. That's a bit kick up there. It's a bit kicky up, isn't it? Just give it a bit of a straighten. There we go. That's better. Right. Oops. Now I've got all this here, but I've cut it off so it doesn't go all, get all skew with through the rest of the stuff. Yeah, pull it undone. All right, now there we go. So we've got this piece so far going really well. Thank you very much for watching. And I hope you go and do some like this and have a bit of fun with it. Make yourself some stitches, put down some little wiggly bits, and look really nice. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.